No, you just increase the urgency in the whole building in the Saints organization. They're playing for their livelihood. They're playing for jobs. Nobody likes it. It's always rough in our business. I know we make TV shows out of all that stuff, but honestly, like for us, that's real life and real life experiences. For that building, is real life and real life experiences, and those guys are going through it. So, our team knows that the increased urgency for us to go out there and win, right? Not necessarily them, but for us as well, right? The increased urgency for us to go out there and win, and the attention that we have to put to these guys because of the stuff that you're talking about, being able to take over a new program or being able to start over and instill some different things. But, when a coach gets fired, the urgency in the building is certainly increased from the ownership all the way down and throughout the organization. I was just flat out honest with the guys. I thought it sucked, losing a really good friend in Dan Quinn and having the ability not to be able to do the things that you wanted to do for him and how you wanted to do it, to be able to accomplish the goals that you wanted to get accomplished that year. And whenever you get fired in this business, although we know it's an end-all be-all for all of us, but, you never want that to happen. But I thought I'd just use that general energy that we invested into trying to win for Dan Quinn and taking that moving forward to make sure he was proud when he was gone. And, we obviously we got Arthur Blank, who's a gracious owner, and allowed Quinny to be in that first meeting that I was in and been able to hold. And he was able to say his pieces to the team and be able to move on accordingly. And he's obviously done a great job for himself, which we'll see him later on this year. But those moments, they're not fun, and they absolutely sting and they suck. You will change some of the things that you were doing, obviously to make some differences in what you want to do. And then obviously, Rizzy's going to have a way he envisioned running a schedule. I'm sure he's been preparing to be a head coach for a long time. I'm sure he has a bunch of different ideas for his amount of time that he's been in this league. He's a well-respected coordinator in this league. He's a well-respected coach in this league. He's been doing it for such a long time for a bunch of different people. I'm sure those things he took from Sean Payton that he liked. I'm sure those things he took from Dennis that he liked. And I'm sure he's been gathering a bunch of information waiting for these type of moments. Now, you never want it to happen in this form or fashion, but when they do, you apply those things to see if your thoughts can come to life. And I'm sure he's going to put some of those things together. And like when you do those things, a lot of those things come with your increase in your philosophy and your demeanor and how you want to do it. You don't change everything because, the person you're working for obviously had a lot of respect for, particularly in my case. So I'm sure he'll do a lot of the same stuff.